Hey y'all, it's SG Ricketts, and one of my friends, the lovely Mary Waltz, has asked me to do a little makeup demonstration for some of her friends. I used to be a beauty consultant, so figured why not? I'll put my face out there, and hopefully there's not too many, oh my god, you're so ugly, comments. So this is how you do kind of like a classic eye. Of course, you already have your foundation and everything on, but that's all you want to start with because you want to be able to clean anything up as you go. It's a lot harder to get a completely new foundation and blush on rather than just taking off like right over here if you get eyeshadow on it. So the things that you're going to need are mascara. There we go. And this one is the Mary Kay Lash Love Mascara, which works fabulously, but you don't have to have Mary Kay stuff. I have Mary Kay stuff because that's what I sold. Something else that you'll need is a makeup brush. Yay! I prefer the brush ends to the sponge ends. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's a brush. Those tend to work better than the sponges because they don't keep all of the color in the brush itself. It actually puts it on your eye, which is always a bonus. The next thing you're going to need is eyeliner. And this one is, and I'm not going to be using the purple end, but it's a dual eyeshadow and eyeliner. And it's Frosted Fig in black. So I'm going to be using black today. You can use any color you want. Depending on your eye color, there's a whole bunch of different stuff. I obviously have blue eyes, so I'm going to stick with just a really natural look today, so I'm using blacks and browns. And then, of course, you're going to need your eyeshadows. So I'm going to take out my, because I have them in a compact, so I'm going to take out all of my fallible, it's not a word, my loose, there we go, my loose items. So you want your eyeshadows, so I have my, let's see, I want to go this direction. I have my lightest shade, and then I have my strongest shade and my middle shade. So you want to have 3 different colors. You want to have your lightest one, and you want to have kind of a neutral color, and then you want to have a pop color, something to make your eyes stand out. So this is Sweet Cream, Amber Blaze, and Sienna. Alright, and then something that you don't necessarily need, but that makes the eyeshadow stay a lot longer and lets you use a lot less so that it lasts longer, is eye primer. And a whole bunch of makeup lines carry it. This is the one that I personally prefer. It's the Mary Kay eye primer. Works really great. I've slept with it on. This summer I used the primer. We went to Schlitterbahn, and it lasted for Schlitterbahn. I went with 5 guys. They were non-stop dunking. So it really does work, and it's a really, really good buy if you have the money. If you don't buy it. Not necessary. Another thing that I like is, of course, the handy dandy eyelash curler. For those of us who work early or who have really busy lives, this just kind of curls your eyelashes up, makes you look more awake, which is always a bonus. I hate going to work and looking like I am a zombie, which I do a lot. Alright, so now we're going to get to the actual makeup. This isn't just for Mary and her girls, this is for anybody out there who wants to know how to do your own makeup. The biggest thing that I have a pet peeve with is what I call the salon trend, and that's, you know, when you go to the hair salon and they give you a fabulous haircut, and, you know, you ask them, oh, how did you do this so I can do it at home? And they show you all these flips and these turns, and I'm like, awesome, I can do that. And you get home and you can never do it again. I hate that. So, whenever, like when I was a consultant, I still am, but not full-time, I make sure that everybody does it themselves so they know how to do it. It's really, really simple, really easy stuff that you can definitely do at home. So, first things first, you will take your eye primer, and you'll want to just put a little bit. You don't need a whole bunch because it spreads a lot, so all you really need is about that much. not very much at all. This is my finger, not much. You're going to put it on your eyelids, and you're going to let it sit for about 30 seconds to soak in. And forgive me because I'm doing this blind. I usually sit in front of a mirror, so things are a little bit funky. But yeah, so the eye primer is basically, it creates a barrier. It also creates kind of like when you prime your walls. It makes it so that the paint's thicker, brighter, and you don't have to use as much. I love saying things multiple times. It's fantastic. Alright, so the next step you're going to do is you're going to take your handy dandy brush and there we go, your eyeshadows. You're going to take that lightest shade and you're going to create a clean palette for your eyeshadow. So you're going to go from the top of your brow to the bottom of that top lid, okay? So I'm going to use you guys as my window, which is a little bit odd because it has a delay, but you know, gotta work with what you got. And you'll want to use a shade that is either a shade lighter or the same shade as your skin. You don't want to use a shade that's too dark because it will make your eyes look heavy. Got some in my eye. You don't want to use a shade that is too white because it'll make you look owlish. I have lots of ladies who I've done makeup for who use almost like a crystalline white, which is really pretty as an accent, but you don't want to use it as your actual eyeshadow because you'll end up kind of looking like those baboon monkeys with the white eyelids. It's not a pretty sight. Alright, so next, you're going to take shade 2. Alright, so you're going to want to get it on the flat side of your brush. You don't want to get it on the front because we aren't going to be using the front. We're going to be using the side to create kind of an accent shadow. And it's going to, I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's the side that has sienna. That side does not. The tip doesn't have too much on it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the side that has the sienna on it, or whatever color you're using. You're going to put it at the crease, and then you're just going to go up. You're going to go about 2/3 of the way. And it's going to be really dark. That's massively dark because I guess it's not too bad. Don't worry about blending it yet. Yes, it looks odd. So now you're going to go ahead and do the other side. And the reason that you're doing this is so you can get kind of a, by not putting it in the inside corners like we did during the summer, this creates a, I'm going to have to use the mirror, guys, sorry. This creates kind of a, more of a wide-eyed look because you're going to have that light from the sweet cream right in the front. And it's always good to be a little bit more wide-eyed with our Starbucks-driven culture. Alright, so now is when you're going to want to go ahead and blend it. You only want to blend up. You do not want to blend down. You want to leave that lid, this part, completely clean, okay? And you want to make sure not to get any in this area. If you get a little bit down here, that's okay because that's where I'm going to be putting the amber blaze. But you do not want to get any on that inside crease. Alright, so blend, 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 and we call this airbrushing or photoshopping. And you can brush some of the extra out on your arm since your arm isn't going to be anything fancy. Okay, so you have the first 2 steps. It looks kind of funny right now, especially with me because I have blonde eyelashes, plus the fuzziness of the screen makes me look like a freak. Please no comments on how I look like a freak. I already know, thank you. Alright, so now you're going to take the 3rd shade. And this one, you're going to have to be careful on. You're going to only do 1/3 of your eyelid from the outside to about here. Because when you blend it, it'll go to about halfway. You don't want to do halfway because then you'll end up blending and you'll go over into the other side. So, I'm going to use the mirror again because it's a little bit tougher. So you're going to take it and you're just going to do and just dab at it. You're going to take a little bit. And I mean, if you're using a shade, if you use Mary Kay products. The Amber Blaze is really strong, especially if you're using eye primer. You don't have to use a whole bunch. So I would start out with less and then add more, because if you add more, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get less. You can use that lighter color to try and dampen it, but a lot of times that won't quite work. Okay, so now we've got a third on there. Go ahead and brush your brush out on your arm, or blow it out, whichever you want to do. For some reason, my Amber Blaze is not wanting to get out of my brush today. It's being a fun day. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're not going to blend across like this. You are not going to go horizontally. You want to go vertically to try and keep as much of that in one area as possible. So you're just going to take your brush and you're just going to brush down. And I have a ginormous smudge right where my eye is in my mirror. Okay. You can go ahead and do a little bit more if you want, like I didn't do quite enough. Alright, I can't see myself in my mirror. Okay. So now that you have everything blended, what you're going to do, eyeshadows are done. You're going to take your handy dandy eyeliner. Eyeliner, yay! Okay. Something that I used to do a lot, and that I know a lot of women do, is when you do your eyeliner, you pull your eye. And when you pull your eye, you get a straight line. False. When you let your eye go, you end up having this kind of crooked, wavy line that you then have to try and fix, and you end up getting really, really thick. What you want to do is you want to start from the outside corner and do little kind of staggering strokes. And this is kind of confusing for a lot of women, so I'm going to come up a little bit closer, and hopefully I don't scare you guys with my massive fuzzy eyeballs. But hopefully this will, let's see, okay, because I'm going to have to hold the mirror here too. Alright, so you can go from the outside corner. You're going to do little short strokes. It's really hard to do this looking far away. So glad I have my contacts in today. And since we're doing the simple one today, you'll just want to go about halfway on your eyelid. You don't want to go all the way, especially if you have smaller eyes. And then you're just going to go a third of the way underneath. If you have smaller eyes, you definitely do not want to go all the way down the bottom or all the way on the top, because the darker it is, the more it's going to make your eye look smaller. If you have big eyes like I do, this will make them look bigger, or you can put little like cat eyelashes on the end, and it'll make your eye look more almond shaped. Some reason my eyeliner is not wanting to go on dark today, or I just can't see it through the fuzz on my mirror. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side, and this is rather difficult. I'm not going to talk because my hand is over my mouth, so silence, awkwardness. This is very difficult. Okay. You guys, you saw one eye. I'm going to try and do this one really quick. Okay. Alright. So then kind of look, make sure they're even, which I can't really tell. Okay. Alright, so your eyeliner is done. Yay! Oh, that would be why it wasn't going even. It helps to actually have some pencil on there so that it goes across. Okay. And there's some different things that you can do if you're wanting a smoky-eyed look, but today I'm just going for basics. Okay, so next, we're going to use the eyelash curler. Yay, eyelash curler! And sometimes I have people that are a little bit nervous about the whole thing against their eye. I am too, so don't feel bad. It takes a little bit to get used to. But you'll want to hold it for about 5 seconds just to make sure that they hold. And try not to get your eyelid like I just did. And you want to really make sure to get those little hairs, or the eyelashes, not hairs. It's very big, guys. Take the little ones that are right here at the edge, because if you forget those, they're going to stick straight out and it's going to look kind of funny. Alright, almost done. Okay. Alright. So, now that that's done, last step, the mascara. So now you're just going to take it, and you'll want to kind of turn it as you go up. It'll reduce clumping, it'll keep the eyelashes separated, and you don't necessarily have to do the bottom lashes, especially if you blink, because the mascara from the top will carry over onto the mascara, or onto the eyelashes on the bottom. Look at what a huge difference mascara makes. Oh my gosh. Yes, now you guys can see just how blonde my eyelashes are. Yay! Embarrassment for the masses. But yeah, so that is basically how to do an average day of eye makeup. Alright. Yes, I am a freak. Yes, I already know. Alright, so that's how you do your eye makeup. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to know what colors work best for which eye colors. There's some other kinds that I can do, Mary, if you would like me to do. We can do smoky eyes. Let me know if you can even see any of this, since I have just a fabulous camera. And ignore the mess behind me. This is not really covering any of it, but yay for holiday kitchens. Anyways, if this was at all interesting, let me know. I would love to get some feedback other than I'm annoying, which was terrific. Thank you for my one commenter. I feel so uplifted now. And if you would like to know more about me, you can check out my blog at StevieGrace, StevieGrace.wordpress.com, or on Facebook, look at author S.G. Ricketts. And I would love to hear from you guys. Have a great day.